about what's been going on and where I've been and why there haven't been any videos, I definitely suggest you go check that out. Card, I think, will probably be up there or here or wherever it is. With over 800 Pokemon to choose from, you can be sure there are a wide variety. There are some that look cute, some that look cool, and some that are downright ugly. There are some that are strong and some that are weak, and then there are some that are great and some that are not so good. And within the not so good category, there are definitely some Pokemon in there that definitely need to be better. The whole reason Pokemon exists is so we can battle with them, we can use them in playthroughs. What's the point of having a Pokemon if it's not really all that usable? So this is a list of the top 10 Pokemon that deserve to be better. Now, I've ranked this list based on the Pokemon stats, the moves that Pokemon gets, and the usefulness through a playthrough, not competitive, because we all know competitive is rigged. A couple things to keep in mind before we start the list. Number one is I did not put any unevolved Pokemon on this list. In the, few exceptions where the unevolved Pokemon is actually more appealing than the evolved form, most unevolved Pokemon do get better. So there's no point in saying they deserve to be better because when they evolve, they get better. Also, second thing I want to point out is this is my opinion. So if you don't happen to like the Pokemon on this list, that's cool. Just don't be starting any, wars in the comments about it, and we're fine. So now without further ado, here's the top 10 Pokemon that deserve to be better. Number 10, Ludicolo. Don't get me wrong, Ludicolo's not a bad Pokemon. It's really happy, it's got a great design, and if you've seen the expressions on the face of Brock's Ludicolo, those are hilarious. In fact, Ludicolo's stats are great. The problem with Ludicolo is that its moveset definitely needs work. Like all Stone Evolution Pokemon, Ludicolo doesn't learn anything after it evolves. And by it doesn't learn anything, I mean nothing. Zip. Zilch. I looked it up. It has nothing beyond the level 1 moves. And this could be a problem, because Lombre's level of moveset still leaves stuff out. If you want a stronger version of Absorb, you have to keep your Pokemon a Lotad until level 30 when it learns Giga Drain. And the strongest Water-type move Lombre knows is Bubble Beam until level 44. I know this because I used one in my Alpha Sapphire playthrough last summer, and I can say, thank goodness for Surf. I know a lot of people complain about HMs, but that one really came in handy. Also thank goodness for Solar Beam, which I was able to teach it via TM. So I didn't have really crummy moves throughout the whole playthrough. Fortunately, Ludicolo can take a hit, but it definitely needs access to some better moves. Number 9, Flareon. Back when I played through White 2 for the first time, I needed a fire type, and since I had an Eevee on the team, I figured the obvious solution was to get a Fire Stone from a friend and evolve it into a Flareon. Which was perfectly fine until I got to Colress and I realized that Flareon's moveset, not that great. It's the complete opposite of its stats. Flareon is primarily a physical attacker, yet the only physical fire type moves it gets is Fire Fang at level 20 and Flare Blitz at level 45. So I was stuck with a Flareon with Lava Plume. I did eventually beat Colress, but it did take some time. Flareon's stats are good, but it definitely needs a moveset that reflects those stats, and not one that, goes against it, or whatever it is. I really don't know. Okay, moving on. Number 8, Ninjask. The good thing about Ninjask is that it has superior speed. In fact, I've never seen a Pokemon speed stat that high. It also has a great ability, Speed Boost, which it doesn't really need because it's the fastest of all Pokemon. So, there goes one reason it deserves to be better. Give it a better ability. Heck, give it Levitate! Oh wait, it's a flying type. It's got a good attack, but its other stats are definitely lacking, especially Defense, which is about base 40. So, this thing really can't take a hit. Any Pokemon that's that fast would obviously attack first and basically be used to knock out the opponent. But it needs to be able to take a hit too, and at least it's got the bug typing, so very strong physical fighting type moves are definitely resisted. But, oh wait, it's also flying type, so never mind. Ninjask would be a lot better if its defenses were higher. In fact, I've used a Ninjask and it went pretty well. I pretty much only had one because I wanted a Shedinja. But for the kind of Pokemon it is, its stats are definitely lacking. Number 7, Pyukumuku. When information about Sun and Moon was first being revealed, they revealed this Pokemon called Pyukumuku, and I thought, oh wow, this is so cool. It's a sea cucumber Pokemon. I like the color scheme. This looks really cool. It's got a cool ability. I can't wait to use it on my team. And then I got one. And I was kind of disappointed. First of all, its speed stat is horrible. If Ninjask has the highest speed of all Pokemon, Pyukumuku definitely has the lowest. It's got base 5 speed. I mean, come on, that's terrible, that's useless. However, this Pokemon does have pretty high defense and special defense stats. And then I look at its moveset, and it continues to be a disappointment. With moves such as Toxic, Soak, and Recover, Pyukumuku can't really deal any direct damage, which is kind of pointless considering that I want to KO my opponent's Pokemon before it KOs me. I can't do that unless I have an attack that actually deals damage. Fortunately, in Pyukumuku's favor, there is a way you can use it. It gets moves such as Bite and Counter, which that horrible speed stat does come in handy because it ensures it goes last. So Pyukumuku's not that bad, but I definitely wish it did have some attacks. Number 6, Lumineon. Lumineon tends to be one of the more forgettable Pokemon, and I can attest to this because even though it's probably one of my favorites, I tend to forget it exists. Yeah, probably the reason is because its stats are really subpar. It's just not that good. And it should be better because it's a really pretty Pokemon and it's one I would like to use. In fact, I tried to get a Finneon to use when I played through Ultra Sun, but I just had to bench it for something better because it couldn't put in the work. Not only that, but its level up stab moves really just lack. The strongest stab move Lumineon has access to is Water Pulse at base 60 power, which isn't that much to pack a punch. And that's only by level up. I'm sure it gets more moves via TMs and stuff, but basically Lumineon is a great Pokemon and I would love to use it. It just needs to be stronger. Number 5, Luftisc. Luftisc is such a cute Pokemon. It's a fish shaped with a heart. Who doesn't love that? However, Luftisc in battle, kinda on the same tier as Magikarp, except it gets some moves. In fact, it takes the Magikarp fishing slot in Pokemon X. And although I was happy to see a fish I actually liked when you were using the old rod, like every other Pokemon on this list, its stats definitely need some work. Its attack is base 30 and its special attack is base 40. And it doesn't get that many level up water type moves either. It does get Hydro Pump at some high level, but before that, the moves aren't really all that good. And if you have seen Luftisc in the anime, that thing's a threat. I mean, did you see how fast it moves? Okay, it's got good speed, I will admit. It's got Swift, which makes it even faster, I will admit. But come on, it would be kind of cool to be able to use a Luftisc, and I can't because it just doesn't stand up to everything else. Number 4, Sunflora. Sunkern is notoriously known as the weakest Pokemon in existence. Well, until Wishiwashi came along, but after a certain level, that thing turns into a behemoth that even Gyarados are afraid of, so it doesn't count. The best thing Sunflora has going for it is its good special attack stat, but the other stats, especially its speed, need some work. Its special defense is fine, but its physical defense is just, no, horrible. And as much as I would really like to have a happy Sunflower on my team, it's not going to last the number of turns I need it to. Yes, its special attack is great, like I said before, but its speed ensures that it's going to go last, which means that probably on the first turn, I'm going to get KO'd before I can even use an attack. Sunflower is a great Pokemon, but it definitely needs a buff. Number 3, Cherrim. Cherrim is an interesting Pokemon in the fact that it does have several forms. Normally, it covers itself up, except when it becomes sunny, which it changes into its sunshine form. It's unique in that way, and I would really like to see Cherrim used a lot more often. Problem is while it has an okay moveset, its stats are similar to its unevolved counterparts, which is not all that great. Cherrim's cute, Cherrim's pretty, and I would really like to use it and see it used more often, but its stats just keep it from being used, and it definitely deserves to be better. Number 2, Combee. Now I know I said that there were only going to be fully evolved Pokemon on this list, but male Combee doesn't evolve, so it kinda doesn't count. Now when I first came across Combee, fun fact, the first Combee I ever came across was female. Okay you guys, you can put your pitchforks down. I can't control that. I thought it was a really great looking Pokemon. I really liked the design and I really wanted to use it. The problem is it only got 4 moves. Sweet Scent, Bug Buzz, Bug Bite, and Gust. And it stayed that way until it evolved. And when it did, it wasn't as cute. I didn't really want to use it. Not only that, but its stats definitely need some work. especially for a Pokemon where most of them can't even evolve. Why make a Pokemon where most of them are useless? I don't know, it can be useful in contests? I guess. But Combee definitely needs some love, and it definitely is not worth the crummy stats and the crummy moveset it has. Number 1, Cast Form. Now, if this were an M&J TV list, I realize that you guys would be expecting to see Cast Form at the number 1 spot. However, I am not M&J TV, and even I have to admit that Cast Form deserves to be here. Cast Form is such a unique Pokemon in the fact that it changes with the weather. The weather not only enables it to change forms, but types as well. And with access to weather-setting moves such as Rain Dance and Sunny Day, you can change Cast Form's typing to fit whatever situation you happen to be in. However, with base 70 stats across the board, Cast Form is hopelessly weak, and by the time you actually set up one of those weather-setting moves, you probably will get one-shot. Cast Form has so much potential, such crummy stats, that it deserves so much more than it gets. And yes, I got lucky in Omega Ruby when I used Weather Ball to KO one known as Altaria. And once I got to Steven, Cast Form did cut it. It's such a great Pokemon with mega potential, but they completely ruined it by giving it such really crummy stats. Cast Form definitely deserves to get a buff, definitely deserves to be better, and we definitely deserve to have a Pokemon like this that we can use. So, there you guys go. Those are the top 10 Pokemon that deserve to be better. If you liked this video, I would really appreciate it if you left a like, and if you want to see more Pokemon content, definitely subscribe, because more is definitely coming your way. Also, if you want to keep up to this channel, definitely follow the Twitter @VisitJumpVideos. And I'm going to get up out of here now, but I will catch you later.